Okay, I'm going to go ahead and explain quickly how to use the grapher to graph a line. The grapher being the one in my math lab. This is number 13 from the skill review, but we'll have to graph lots of lines in our homework. So the example I'm using here, the linear equation is the 6x plus 4y equals 24. So we'll have to figure out the intercepts. In this particular example, that's how it specifically wants us to graph it. In general, you can plot any 2 points that satisfy the equation, and that will give you 2 points on the line. But this one is specifically asking for the intercept. So if we try to graph the line using any other points in the intercepts, it's going to give us a try again kind of response. So I'm not going to write this down because this one will be kind of easy to figure out the intercepts. They're going to be nice whole numbers. To do the x-intercept, the y value is going to be 0. So I plug in 0 for y, the second term disappears, and I have 6x equals 24, which tells me x is 4. So the x-intercept is going to be at 4, 0. So that's one of the points I'm going to graph over here is 4, 0. Okay, the y-intercept's what you get when you make the x 0, and that drops out the first term, and that tells us y is 6 when x is 0. So the second point we'll graph would be 0, 6 up on the y-axis over here. Okay, so we figure out our intercepts, and now we're going to go, and you can either click on the enlarge graph like this, or you can just click on the whatever it is, bump out screen on the answer side of the column. But either way, you're going to get the grid and then all the features over here. So they'll just give you the instructions across the top. I don't know what that does. It just gives more of it. So it says, click the graph, choose a tool in the palette, follow the instructions to create your graph. So the first thing is click, it means which one of these shapes am I trying to form? And we're supposed to know that that type of a equation with just x and y to the first power in it is going to make a line. So I'm going to do the picture of a line, because when I plot the points, it still has to figure out how to connect the line or curve through those 2 points. All right, so right now you can see nothing is graphed, but as I move my cursor around up here in the upper corner here, it gives you the coordinates of wherever you are moving that cursor. So I would like the cursor to do my x-intercept, which was at 4, 0. So you can watch your cursor down here, but you can also look up in the corner and make sure that you're at 4 and that you haven't scooted over a little bit. See how it'll also do halfway between the whole numbers, 4.50. So scoot over, make sure I'm on 4, 0, and then I'm going to click my cursor, and that nails down that point. So it's going to draw some kind of a line that through that point and some other point. And so now you can see as you move the cursor around, it connects the line through the point I have nailed down there on the x-axis to wherever my cursor is. All right, so the second intercept that we looked at was for 0, 6. When x is 0, that makes y 6. So I'm going to find that on the y-axis, check my coordinates up in the corner to make sure it really does say 0, 6, and click my cursor again. That will sort of staple down the line, and now it's fixed between those 2 points, and of course all other points on the line that are represented by that yellow line. Okay, if you mess it up, then you can always come over here and hit clear, and then try it again. So I'm going to do a line. I'll do the y-intercept first at 6. And I'll do the other one at 4. Make sure it's at 4. There we go. There we go. And so click save. And then when you close that down, you'll see your line has been drawn through there, and it'll plot the points that you used when you created that line. Okay, so let's see how I did. Fantastic. I feel affirmed. Everything's going great. Okay, so that's how you use the graphing tool in my math lab to graph a line. You have to first, well, we've already done it. You have to pick which shape. So you pick the picture of the line, and then you plot 2 points, and then you save it, and that's how it works. All right, so I hope that helps, and I will go ahead and get this posted so that you can get the help.